Hello, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Eco Power Stadium here in the heart of Doncaster. Today we formally launch an iconic event for this city. You're waving at me, Frank. Yeah, keep it down. Keep it down, please. Listen, we're launching an iconic event here in the heart of Doncaster. On May 16th, one of Britain's most loved heavyweights, Dave Allen, gets his dream homecoming right here at the home of Doncaster Rovers. Now, you can call Dave honest, you can call him fearless, funny, flawed, relatable. He is Doncaster born and Doncaster bred. And around here, they call him Our Dave. Well, Our Dave has taken on the fight of his life, a challenge like he has never seen before. Standing in front of him on May 16th will be a Croatian giant, 6'6", Olympic bronze medalist, a bona fide top 5 heavyweight in the world with bone-crushing power. That man is El Animal Filip Hrgović. Now, we've all heard the story of David versus Goliath, where David defies the odds, ignores the sceptics and defeats the giant. Well, let's see if Dave Allen can do that on May 16th with that will and with that hunger and desire. Ladies and gentlemen, live around the world on the global home of Boxing DAZN, it is, of course, Allen versus Hrgović. This is Dave versus Goliath. Let's start with Hall of Fame boxing promoter Frank Warren. Of course, Frank, this is a wonderful Queensberry event in a stadium. You're used to these stadium fights now. Give us the sort of rundown on this one between Dave Allen and Filip Hrgović.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for coming along, and thank you, Sean, for hosting us here. We're delighted to be in Doncaster. I haven't put a show on here since, I think it was 84 or 85. So that shows you what an old git I am. But many, many years ago. But I'm looking forward to this. This is a real opportunity for Dave. He's a big ticket seller, as we know. He's well loved, and we thought about this with Filip, because Filip, we've got to give him a fight. He's a Queensberry fighter, and he needs a fight. And Dave wants to get back into a position to fight for even a bigger fight, world title fight maybe. So we thought, tell you what, let's fulfill his dream that he's mentioned in fighting in his hometown, in his home stadium. So we delivered that. So we got a big, big night on the 16th of May. Dave v Goliath, very appropriately named. And it's a big opportunity for Dave to go and do what he feels he can do. And he said something, I was listening to him talking out there, and he was saying he's only trained properly for 2 fights in his career. And you look at him now, this is the fittest I've seen him. And he looks really well, and he's got plenty of time now, so you know he's going to be at his best. And he's going to have to be at his best, because he's in with a top-class, world-class heavyweight in Filip. And I think it's going to be something else here. I think the atmosphere is going to be amazing. We have a great undercard, and we're going to see something special, I believe.
OK, thank you, Frank. Let's bring in Sean Lockwood from Doncaster Rovers. And Sean, a tremendous event for the city, for the club. Talk us through it from your end.
We're really looking forward to it. Really excited. We had a fight last year, but this is a different level for us as a stadium. And we're really hoping the Doncaster public and everyone comes out and supports Dave in his homecoming. You
expecting a big turnout for Big Dave?
Yeah, we want thousands here. We want to pack the stadium. So, you know, we've got the capacity to do that. So that's what we're aiming for. And like I said before, I know we're going to be quite aggressive with the pricing as well. So the more people come out, the better.
Fantastic stuff. Frank Smith, let me bring you in here. Of course, you are Dave Allen's promoter. Big moment for Dave. Dave versus Goliath. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, look, a huge opportunity for him to fight here in his hometown at this stadium. I said when he boxed in a 6-rounder on our show a few weeks ago in Nottingham, I've never seen an atmosphere like it in my life for a 6-rounder, and it shows how popular Dave is. And he's a fighter that wants to test himself. He wants to put himself against the best. You know, we're in a sport where people are written off for not fighting people, and then at the same time written off for fighting people and taking challenges. Filip Hrgović is a brilliant fighter. I think he's number 4 ranked in the Ring Magazine heavyweight rankings. There's brilliant heavyweights out there, but there's nothing like heavyweight boxing. And on the 16th of May, you're going to see the best of Dave Allen. You're going to see a fighter who's prepared like he's never prepared before, because this is his opportunity to change his life. And thank you to Frank, George, Lee, everyone at Queensberry, you, Dev. You know, it's great to be working together. Obviously, the partnership, all of us together on DAZN, making great fights. It's good for the sport of boxing.
And just on Dave, I mean, he retired not so long ago, and then last week I saw you announce an extension with him for Matchroom as well. Where has this resurgence come from?
He hasn't retired as many times as Fury yet, so he's got a few more. He's got a few more to go. But you know, look, he loves the sport, and I think you forget how young he is because he's been around the sport for so long. You know, 32, 33. Yeah, 30, say 32. It sounds better. But he's just, like basically the same age as me, and you forget because he's been there for so long, and he's been in so many big fights and so many big nights. He's got so much more left to offer the sport. How many fighters, especially again in heavyweights at 38, 39, 40, have we seen coming back with a resurgence? And I think you're going to see the best of Dave Allen because he's the most mature I've ever seen him. And as Frank said, in the best shape I've ever seen him for a fight. And what, we're 7 weeks out.
And Frank Warren, a couple of Franks up here today. We are blessed with Frank. Before we come to the fighters, not only have Matchroom done an extension with Dave Allen, you've got a multi-fight deal with Filip Hrgović as well. So 2 very backed fighters in action on May 16th.
We're backing our fighters. That's what we're doing. That's what we're here for. You know, we're both looking for winners, and you know, we are both on the same platform, which is great. And the 2 Franks are rivals. You know, we both want to see our guys win, and that's what we're here for. And the people who benefit from that are the fans, because they're going to see it. They will see a good fight. I know he's going to put in the performance of his life, and I've got to tell you, he's going to have to do that, because this guy is an exceptional fighter.
Well, let's hear from this guy, Filip Hrgović, El Animal, dressed sharp, dressed smart, and dressed ready to ruin Dave Allen's dream, I guess, on May 16th.
Yeah, man, that's the plan, to ruin the party. Sorry, guys, for that, but that's my job, you know. And just wanted to say thanks to everyone. Thanks to Queensberry, the best promoters in the world, to Matchroom, to Dave Allen for accepting this fight, to Doncaster for this great stadium. Thanks to DAZN, and I'm really looking forward to this fight. I'm training very hard. Like for every fight, I'm not gonna take him lightly. I know he's a brave guy, durable guy, and I know he's coming to fight, so I'll do my job.
What did you think when you were offered this fight, Filip?
To be honest, I wasn't expecting this kind of fight. I was you know, calling out names like Fabio Wardley, or rematch with Daniel Dubois, or to fight Caballel in Germany, or I was hoping for that kind of fights, but on the end, this fight, you know, was at the table, and it was a great deal offered from Queensberry, and I accepted. And I continue to work with the best promoters in the world, Queensberry Promotion, and looking forward to becoming champion. If I'll, you know, ever become heavyweight champion, that should be with Queensberry. They have all the best fighters, and they can give me, you know, great opportunities. And but first, I must take care of Dave Allen, May 16, and you know, continue on my journey to becoming a champion.
Well, let's hear from Dave Allen. Dave, I've heard you describe this as the proudest moment of your life. What's on your mind going into this one?
Yeah, very proud to bring, you know, the fourth best heavyweight in the world to Doncaster. Yeah, to box in Doncaster. I've not boxed in Doncaster since 2015. I've only boxed here once, amateur and pro. Yeah, to bring an event like this, you know, yeah, one of the best heavyweights in the world is coming to fight Donny Kidd. I'm not actually a Donny Rovers fan. I'm not really a football fan. I put the top on anyway, because I'm not actually a Rovers fan at all. I'm not really a football fan.
Sean, cover your ears.
But I am Donny through and through. Born in Donny, you know, raised in Donny. I am very much the average Doncaster person. Do you know what I mean? Rough and ready, and Filip will see that May 16th. He'll see that with the crowd, and he'll see that when he sees me the other side of the ring.
Why him? Why Filip Hrgović?
Well, I never asked for the fight. The fight got offered to me. You know, I boxed in Nottingham. You know, me and Frank and Eddie, we had a plan in place, and then this fight got offered, and I've never turned nobody down. I'm full of respect for Filip. I think he's a fantastic fighter, one that I'm proud to be in competition with. But I've got no fear of him. I've been boxing the best heavyweights in the world since I was a kid. Luis Ortiz, Tony Yoka, Dylan White, all on a matter of 2 or 3 weeks' notice. So I've got no fear of Filip, but very respectful of his ability and his ranking. So yeah, no fear, but I'm aware of the task at hand.
I've heard you say you're going to box him, then beat him up, then beat him.
Yeah.
Is that something you stand by with him sat only one man separating you?
Yeah, I'm not scared of Filip. We're in Donny, aren't we? I'm sound. So we're all right. I'm safe. We're in Donny. But no, yeah, but I'm confident. Yeah, I've never really been one to be overly confident. I've never been a big talker. I mean, I am a big talker, but not one really, not to talk myself up anyway. But I'm very confident. Yeah, there's a wash of calm has come over me recently. Filip's got everything to lose, and I've got everything to gain. So I'm very, very confident in getting a result, and the most confidence is coming from the fact that I'm preparing correctly. So yeah, I anticipate getting a result. Yeah.
Filip, you've boxed a number of Brits. This will be your 4th Brit in a row. How does Dave Allen compare to the other Brits that you've boxed?
I mean, he looked like a good guy. You know, I'm sorry that I must beat him, but that's what I must to do. You know, I never met him this first time. I see him in person. He looked like a good guy. And but compared to my other British opponents, I think he's not that level. You know, I was fighting Daniel Dubois, who become you know, world champion in that fight. Then Joe Joyce and Adelaide, I think all of them are in a bigger league than Dave. But like I said, you know, everything is possible in boxing, and I'll be ready 100% and ready for anything what he brings. If he come in best shape, if he suddenly becomes someone else, if he shows something new, I'll be ready for everything, you know, and I'll take care of business.
That is something you've said, actually, Dave. You said that he's going to be in the shock of his life because he's going to turn up and you're not going to be the guy that he prepared for. It's not going to be chubby, jolly Dave Allen. It's going to be a whole different guy.
I'll still be jolly. I'm a jolly guy. Hopefully not chubby, but definitely jolly. Everyone that boxed me gets a shock. Even the ones that beat me. I'm not easy to hit. I'm seen as easy to hit and basic. I'm very clever. Can ride a punch as good as anybody. It's very hard to have overly too much success with me. You get more joy out of punching that wall over there than you will me. And I think Filip, I can frustrate him. You know, I can definitely frustrate him. I can get him into some uncomfortable positions. And Filip's right in what he says. You know, you can't just. There's no magic formula, and you think you're going to work hard at 34 and it's going to come overnight. But I've always trained. I've been in the gym for 18 years now, working. I can box as good as anybody. I've got stamina. I've been fighting all my life. So yeah, what Filip says is right, and I've got a lot of respect for Filip as a boxer and his boxing knowledge. But if he thinks I'm going to be an easier fight than he had with Joyce and Adelaide, he'd be in for a rude awakening. Definitely, styles make fights. I've got the right style to really irritate him, and then after I irritate him, then we'll get to work.
I just got on my mind one story. It's just got on my mind. I was reading his article. He gave some interview a few years ago. Like I think he was going to retirement, and he said like boxing was great to me. You know, I did this. I bought a house, and I was like, what the fuck, man? How this guy bought? He said like, I bought few houses from boxing, and at that time I still didn't have my house, and I was like, what the fuck? How this guy bought a house from boxing, and I still don't have house?
Well, what I'll do is I'll take you around some of Doncaster later, and you'll understand more. I think
it's. I didn't understand what you said, but it's not easy to be Croatian in boxing in heavyweight division, and to be, you know, top 5 in the world, coming from small Croatia, without any history in boxing, you know. So I'm tough guy. That's the reason, you know, I'm here from small country, top 5 in the world. Imagine if I'm from Great Britain, man. I would be a superstar.
You are a superstar, Filip. Dave, let me ask you this. We've seen Filip Hrgović take some big whacks of Daniel Dubois, Joe Joyce, David Adelaide, Zhilei Zhang, and he's only been stopped once, Daniel Dubois, and he didn't have him over. It was a cut, it was a doctor stoppage as well. What have you got? What will you bring to the table? What is that white rhino power that's going to be different for Filip Hrgović?
In comparison to Dubois and Zhang, I can't punch for toffee. Do you know what I mean? Got no power at all in comparison. But I'm not a big puncher at the highest level. I know what I know what I'm not. I'm not a big puncher. I'm clever. I'm tough. I'm awkward. And I think with Filip, I'm not going to go out there and try and knock him out. I'm going to irritate him. I'm going to make him miss. I'm going to push him back. He's going to turn up on May 16th, think he's in for an easy night. I'm going to get 2 or 3, 4, 5 rounds in. He's going to think, wow, can't really hit this fella. So yeah, a lot of people in boxing, you know, the U60 Furies, Joshua, go and ask them about me, and they'll tell you he's a very good fighter on his day. And if I have my best day and Filip turns up at anything short of 100%, I'm going to beat him.
Filip, could it be an irritating night for you on May 16th?
In life and in boxing, anything is possible, man. So I'm ready for anything. It can be, you know, complicated fight. I think it's up to me how much I will give him a space. And like I said, I must cut his wings from first round. I must punish him, counter him, and show him who's the boss. So that's what I'm gonna do. And in boxing, any time it can become, you know, complicated, but I'll do everything in my power that it not become complicated. So I with my boxing abilities and with my preparation, it should be, you know, simple fight. But of course, in boxing, in heavyweight division, anything is possible.
Okay, we've got a few questions from the media. Oren is roaming around with a mic. Please, when you get the mic, say who you are and then ask your question.
Hello, Dave. Ben Ruth from BBC Radio Sheffield. Just in terms of fighting at the Eco Power, with the fans hopefully it's packed out, how big an advantage could that be for you when they all get behind you?
Yeah, I hope it's packed. You know, I hope to remember this night forever. We sold just shy of 1,000 tickets in 72 hours. That's just me personally, through one Instagram account. You know, there's going to be a lot of support there. It's the biggest night of my life. Third biggest. I can see my kids actually out the corner of my eye over there. Third best day of my life, this will be. So yeah, the crowd will be a big part of it. Filip's experience, it's not going to bother him. But I'm very much mood dependent when I box, and I don't really want to let down 10,000, 15,000 of my own down. So yeah, definitely will spur me on.
Dave, you said over here, mate. You said in the build-up to the Makhmedov fight that nothing in boxing could top that Lucas Brown night at the O2, but a win against Filip Hrgović in your hometown, could it just do it?
Yeah, I think when I headlined the O2 Arena, I was a 27-year-old kid from Donny, and I was in the midst of a lot of madness. My life were upside down, and I headlined in the O2 in London. It's just like, kids from up here don't do that. So I never thought I'd top it. You know, now we've got this big... He's handsome as well, isn't he? I said to him earlier, he's handsome. I thought I was the most handsome guy in boxing. I'm shocked. So now we've got him in Donny. We've got a genuine bona fide superstar heavyweight in Doncaster. He's here for me. And I literally live down the road. You know, all my mates, we all live within a couple of miles of here. It's massive, you know. It's the biggest sporting event possibly Doncaster's ever had. So, and for it to be me that's brought it here and brought this guy here, brought Queensberry here, you know, brought the undercard here, the fighters that are on there, I'm so full of pride. And, you know, even with the result notwithstanding, the biggest night of my boxing career for definite.
Dave, Boxing King Media. Dave, I've got a quick question for you. I'm guessing it's the first time Filip's been to Doncaster. So if you was to take him out on a day around Doncaster, can you tell us where you'd take him in the town?
I'd keep him away from all the women. I'd keep him away from all... Look at him. I keep telling him. I've told him about 4 times. Can't believe it. I'm shocked. But, yeah, keep him away from a girlfriend, for one. But, yeah, Donny, there's some sights in Donny. Yeah, I love Donny, me. My favourite place is Donny. Where would my favourite place in Donny be? As a kid, I was in Frenchgate all the time, doing laps of Frenchgate. I'd take him round there. No one would leave him alone, would he? Look at him. What? Just saying, I just can't believe it. Can't get over it. Yeah, take him to Frenchgate. Take him Toby Carvery. Yeah, we'd have a right day out. Yeah.
Dave, it's Harry from the Don. I spoke to you outside. 34 years old, most mature you've ever been, best shape of your life. If you was to win this fight, who would you want next? What's the dream of Dave Allen's in a year's time, 2 years' time? Where do you want to be fighting? Who do you want to be fighting?
Do you know what, mate? There is nothing past this. This is my World Cup final. You know, Filip, obviously, I'm a stepping stone towards world title fights for Filip. Filip is my world title fight. It's my cup final. This is everything to me. This could be my one and only chance to headline in Doncaster. And even 4 weeks ago, I never dreamed of having an opportunity like this. You know, till this happened, this was never going to happen for me. So I don't even look past this. This is the one night. I can't promise there'll be another 10 weeks in my lifespan I won't be eating shit. Do you know what I mean? I can't promise another 10 weeks. I can promise this one, but not another one. So this is everything. I'm putting it all in for this night. And whatever happens after this happens, I'm not bothered. It's all about May 16th.
Dave, am I right to say that you're trying to get Louis Tomlinson to ring walk you?
I mean, I've asked the question. I would like him to sing My Way as I walk to the ring. So yeah, that would be amazing. We have been talking about it, and we're hopeful it may happen. Yeah.
Filip, did you hear that? Dave Allen will have a member potentially of One Direction walking him to the ring. Will you have a member of One Direction walking you to the ring?
I didn't understand you guys anything. Sorry, what you said?
One Direction, the band. One of the singers is walking Dave Allen to the ring.
What about that?
What do you think about it, Filip?
He'll have a band with him, or what?
I think they've split up now. So just Louis from the band.
Yeah,
Filip,
I'll tell you, that was well thought out, that question.
Nothing gonna help him, man. Not singer, not band, not fans. You can come 50,000 if you want, not 15, and I'm gonna beat him, so I don't care. Everything is here.
Okay, thank you.
Remember that.
I think this press conference is going one direction as well. Dave, let's get a final word from you. What's going to happen on May 16th?
It's going to be the greatest night of my life. I'm really looking forward to it. Obviously today's not open to the public today, but I've got my kids here, my family's here, my friends are here. I've got 4 fighters that I train and manage on the undercard, which makes me very proud as well. It's all about giving opportunities. It's all about, because I am Donny through and through. Like I'm a DN12 bad boy, like I told you earlier. Not anymore, I'm not, but I was. And like once you are a DN12 bad boy, you're always a DN12 bad boy. So it's all about giving opportunity to Doncaster. It's all about everyone coming out, the youth of Doncaster coming out, watching me, you know, compete with the best in the world and believing that they can do the same. Because I'm the most average guy in the world. If I can compete with the best in the world, everyone who comes May 16th and watches me in that stadium can do it as well. And that's my message to everyone. If I can do it, the most average guy in the world, you all can as well. So, yeah, we're looking to turn Filip Hrgović over, beat him. Yeah, we'll go for the body. We'll leave his pretty face alone, Filip. I'll leave it alone.
Filip, final word to you. How do you beat this DN12 bad boy on May 16th?
Easy, man. Jab, move, jab, counter.
No, don't move.
Big right hand, then big right uppercut, finish with the left hook. Simple. Move, more move. Not staying on the ropes, you know, and that's it. And I must land big right hand, and that's it.
Frank, final word to yourself. Great fight, great fun between them, but it's not going to be any fun on May 16th, right?
No, it's not. 2 lovely guys, and it will be. It's going to be. I think it's going to be a special night. It'll be a special night, and I'm looking forward to it. You know, Filip's an absolute world class. Ranked number 2 now, isn't it? In the number 4. That's it. In the WBO, I think. It's number 2 in the WBO. So this is a big opportunity for Dave. He's going to take it, as he said, with both hands, and the best man will win. And it's going to be a great night in Doncaster. Whatever happens, it's going to be a fantastic night and a really good undercard. So get your tickets while you can, because it will sell out. It's not going to be 10 or 15. It's going to be sold out. We're going to sell this place out. This joint is going to be absolutely jumping on the night. It's going to be great fun, great fights, so don't miss it.
Absolutely. Thank you, Frank. Thank you to everyone on this top table. Absolutely cannot wait for this May 16th, live around the world on DAZN. And make sure you get your tickets. Can we get a round of applause for Dave Allen, Filip Hrgović, and everyone up here? Well, that was interesting. I mean, that's what you can expect from a Dave Allen press conference. Filip Hrgović, he's a character as well, you know. There's a quiet, kind of dry humour. Sometimes stuff gets lost in translation a little bit, like One Direction related questions. Sometimes they can get lost in translation, but there is the Don of Doncaster, Dave Allen, the White Rhino. A big moment, what he calls the proudest moment of his life. He later backtracked and said it was the 3rd proudest moment after spotting his kids in the crowd. But doubtless it is a big one for him. Coming up on DAZN, he's taking on a bona fide top 5 heavyweight in the world in Filip Hrgović, and this is the face-off. I mean, you can see the height difference there. 6'6", an absolute giant of a man. The Croatian there, Filip Hrgović, only 1 loss on his resume to Daniel Dubois. Stopped on cuts in that fight. Dave Allen says with the power of Doncaster behind him, anything is possible. This is a huge Dave versus Goliath story. It will be a huge underdog win if he can pull it off on May 16th. Suddenly, you could be talking about Dave Allen as a top 5 heavyweight in the world. Filip Hrgović has other plans. And there is a handshake, and there is a lot of mutual respect there. They've been very quick to say how handsome the other is. Dave Allen in particular made plenty of references to it in the press conference. Actually, he made sure that he would be keeping him away from his wife. Has no interest in having Filip Hrgović walk the streets of Doncaster and pick up women left, right and centre. But this is a serious fight coming up. Of course, live on DAZN, so much great heavyweight action coming off the back of the success of Moses Itauma at the weekend, stopping Jermaine Franklin. Of course, there's Deontay Wilder, Derek Chisora coming up, Alexander Usyk. There is so much heavyweight action right now, and this one slots nicely into the schedule. May 16th, date for your diary in Doncaster. And I think we're about to have a chat with the newly crowned Don of Doncaster, Mr. Frank Warren. Frank, how are you, sir?
I'm all right. How's your One Direction?
I've got no direction. What was that? I thought it was, that could be a clip. He's talking about Louis Tomlinson.
It was good. You've done well there, my son.
I did what I could. But I'll tell you what, Dave Allen's going to have to do very, very well because he's a big underdog in this fight. Filip Hrgović is a serious guy.
Well, it's heavyweight boxing, and he is. He's, I mean, seriously. Dave looks fitter than he's done in any of these fights today. So he obviously believes he's got a big chance here of doing it. He's in front of his home fans, so he's got everything going for him. And Filip's coming into his backyard. Anything can happen in boxing. Filip would be favourite, and he's with Queensberry, and obviously, you know, we'll be looking for it. You know, he's with us. We want him to win. But Dave's, you know, he's one of the boxing's nice guys.
Yeah.
And there'll be a big turnout for him, and he'll be looking to make his dream come true.
You know those moments where you've got like a hometown hero and they've got the crowd? I feel like sometimes that can come on top for the fighter. Sometimes it can be too much, but sometimes it can lift them.
Listen, ask any football manager. They'd much rather play at home than away. Of course you want to be at home, have your fans behind. Because you've got your fans behind you, it gets a bit more out of you because you don't want to disappoint them. You're away from home. Some guys, I've seen fighters away from home, where they're away from home, so they think, oh, you know what, I've had enough, I'll bail out or whatever. When you're in front of your fans, you're trying to deliver big for them.
But it feels like Filip Hrgović is the kind of guy that nothing could really faze him like that. His heart rate won't go up.
He's a road warrior, isn't he? Yeah. You know, he said comes from Croatia. It's a small country, as he said, and you know he's got to go out there and do it. And he's done it the hard way. He's got himself. I think he's number 2 in the WBO, number 4 in the world rankings overall. This is a fight he can't afford to lose. Look, the heavyweight division is so active at the moment. All these big fights are happening, big paydays for fighters in big fights, and that's what they're all looking to get into.
And just on Filip, he's obviously he's done a new deal with Queensberry, a multi-fight deal. Yeah. I saw him talking last night about this, and he talked about a future fight with Moses Itauma. Obviously, he's got Dave Allen to get out of the way, but can you tell us anything on this? Moses has been calling out Hrgović for a while.
We've got to see what happens on the 16th of May. Till the 16th of May, I can't tell you that. I mean, but you know, we make fights. We've been making fights with the heavyweights. They're happening. They're happening time after time after time. It's not a problem. This is not rival promoters stopping fighters from fighting each other. And even with this one, you know, Matchroom and Queensberry got together to make this happen. Because if you want to get into the big fights, you've got to be out there and you've got to get the public's attention. You've got to be active. And that's what these two are all about on the 16th.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly that. And Moses, you know, coming off that win, that was a name that he mentioned in the ring. That's what I thought I'd bring up.
I mean, look, Moses is the hottest thing in boxing now. He's the hottest thing, any weight division. He's the hottest thing in boxing, and he's a star. He's a star, and he will get better and better. And you know, we sold out in Manchester, sold out, 20,000 venue, whatever it is in there, all the tickets gone, and that wasn't a world title fight.
No,
Magnificent 7 card, great fights on there, but wasn't a world title fight on there. So, it will get bigger and better for Moses, and who knows, he may fight Filip, he may fight Dave down the road, but they want the big fight, so we'll make them happen. There's no resistance, no one's ducking out of the fights.
What about this weekend? Turning to matters close up, Derek Chisora and Deontay Wilder, one will fall. End of an era for one of them, Frank. How are you feeling about this one?
I just think that because of their age and because of looking at their fights over the last couple of years, they're not going to get out of the way of each other. As soon as that bell goes, they'll be in front of each other, and it'll be who lands. Whoever commands that fight from the off will win it, and it won't go the distance.
And speaking of fights that won't go the distance, I mean, May 9th, I think everyone is going to be sat ringside like this, Frank, because blink and you will miss it.
It's so appropriately named, that fight. It is, don't blink, because in a blink it'll be over. So you've seen him do that, Daniel, and you've seen Fabio do it. And unbelievable power the both of them have got. It's such a, on paper it's such a fascinating fight, such a exciting fight, and in the reality of it, when they step in the ring, it is going to be amazing.
Love it, and I think this is going to be
on the
amazing
zone,
as well.
It's
all on
fabulous.
the zone,
Of course, the home of the heavyweights. That's where we are, the home of the heavyweights.
You heard it. Thank you very much, Frank Warren, and thank you for delivering us another absolute cracker May 16th.
Another one, Dave and Goliath.
Dave and Goliath.
There we go.
Thank you very much. And thank you for tuning in. You've heard it from Frank himself there. Dave versus Goliath, May 16th. Dave Allen gets his dream homecoming, but there is a 6'6" Croatian giant coming over here to Doncaster with every intention of ruining it. It's Dave versus Goliath, Allen versus Hrgović. Go and get your tickets.